What a day, what a day, what a day. The Moorish World TV citizens, how are you today? Is everybody doing okay? The Moorish World TV citizens? Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody in there? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your esteemed host, Brother Tariq Bey. And today, I want you to know that I am not browbeating anybody. I want you to know that that this is the way that we view education today. You follow me? Uh-oh. Hold on one second. What didn't happen? Something happened. Uh-oh. I got something going on that I don't see. Hold up. Let me get it out of here. Oh, my bad. I got another window open. Let me shut these windows down. You know what I mean? Let me shut them all down. Family, have y'all shared this yet? Have you shared it with your friends? Have you shared it with your friends? This is going to be a pretty decent show. I think so. I think this show is right in line with Diddy, Contradictions, Understanding, and as I was about to say before I was interrupted, at the end of the day, we educate one another differently than what a lot of people are used to. And I say that to say that the way we educate one another, we may do things like screen shares, PowerPoints, in order to illustrate a point. However, the main point is to educate the unsuspecting public that something may not be right when people come to the public asking for support. I ask for support from the public just like anybody else because I feel as though that this is a public service. It takes a lot of my time, and if you appreciate it, just like you appreciate cable, just like you appreciate your radio, if you got X radio or Sirius XM radio, whatever, just like you appreciate your phone bill or the special little additives that you have for your entertainment and enlightenment, if you appreciate this, then there's nothing wrong with supporting. With that being said, we have other people out here that is using the suffering of our people and claiming that they're going to save our people from this suffering. But at the same time, they always got something for sale. And when they have something for sale, they always seem to partly deliver. Or deliver in part. I guess that'd be the best way to say it. Deliver in part. They always deliver in part. And then when they want to go over the top, as we've seen in the past few years, when they want to go over the top, what they do is they make this grandiose plan to build something, and some things we need, some things we don't. However, they'll make this grandiose plan, but when the plan really unfold, you will find out that all the grandeur and all of the sparkles and the shiny concepts is gone out the window. And so, with that being said, when that goes out the window, and it happens multiple times, I think it's only right that we examine it. I think it's only right that we examine it. If people claim that they are in the business of uplifting people and they are collecting finance for this uplifting, and then once everything go full steam, you find out that, hold up, something is going on. It's not what it appeared to be. Then we have channels like Moorish World TV that say, okay, let's take a look at it. And for the most part, it's not about the individual. The subject matter is always more important than the individual. And so in our community, because we have been used and abused and taken advantage of, it seems to me that we always allow the repetitive taking advantage of us, if that's a way to say it. It seems like we always seem to allow it. We don't do checks and balances. We don't ask people and demand better answers. We'll take any answer that they give us. You know what I mean? We don't demand transparency. And in this situation here, I don't believe that all of the support that we suspect as being support, I don't even think it's support from actual FBAs or people. I don't even think it's that. I think this is a part of a bigger scheme that comes with a budget, and this budget is to manipulate and distract and get people to thinking in a backward way as opposed to a forward way of thinking. That's just what I see. Now I could be wrong. I only alleging these things. I could be wrong, but that's what I see because what is being produced. Let me thank my brother B Will, and I'm gonna keep on preaching. You know what I mean? Let me say that thank you so much to the original people for your contribution. And so I think it's time to get busy. I was putting some more. I got so much stuff that it's crazy. It takes a lot for me to get it all together. So let's y'all ready? Y'all ready to get it together? I think we ready to get it together. All right, let's get it together. And I want to say, family, read the fair use warning. This is for teaching and no more, no less. All right. Let's get busy. Put the fair use here and let me fade out of here as we get started. Make sure you tell a friend that Moorish World TV is live. All right.
They will find you.
Check 1, 2.
It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moorish World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me, deceive who, deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on the frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Hey, Crip, Sonny, Boxy, Alpha, Rex, and Sean, Yasmin and the Queen got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chain with Ishmael Bay and Sin Soon. Anybody they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moorish World TV, investigating all scams. Go check my record and please don't front. Come on, keep it a fuck. I ain't been wrong once. Sonetta impolite and Contradictory, Bailey, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to the end, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq, Law, Nasheed. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, brother Tahar from Bay. Knock it out the park. Let's get on these frauds' neck. Get them. And let's shut them down. Let's go. Get them. Stop it. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know it's going down. Moorish World TV. We gon' shut it down. Let's shut it down. Let's shut it down. Thumbs up. Let's go. The show starts now. Let's get it. Y'all think it's a game. Let's get him, Diddy. Get him, Diddy.
Start.
Blues.
Yeah. And they got your attention. A failed clown rapper claimed he was pimping. What you don't know, he was a fed since 9-0. Cosmo Flex was a front for 5-0. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up. Hey. Lying on GS, singing out. That ain't true, because if it was, I'd have continue to scam me. Oh, no music? Oh, we can't no music. Oh, hold on. What happened? Y'all can't hear the music. We got to run it back. I was grooving. My bad, man. I was up in it, man. I was in it. Check 1, 2. I look crazy.
We're gonna speak the truth.
Can you hear it
Regardless
now?
of whether you like that truth or not. We're in the 21st century. Our people are poor, hungry, ragged, naked, and out of doors.
Thank you, my
Our
family.
people are being murdered on a daily and consistent basis.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you.
Hey.
A couple weak frauds that crept through. They put the bean on me.
go.
I didn't neglect you. Time's up. Allow me to bless you. They yell reparation and they got your attention. A failed clown rapper claimed he was pimping, but you don't know he was a fed since 9-0. Cosmo Flex was a front for 5-0.
You can't get dropped in a pit of snakes
Certified boogeyman.
and trying to figure out which one has the venom sac. I'm this Charles. This one is not
That's
for
what's up. FBA was laughing when he went to the Romans. I guess they don't understand, that's who own them. Lying on GS, claiming I stalked them. That ain't true, cause if it was, I'd have chalked them. I'm simply a blogger, researching for the family. Cause people look like me, continue to scam me. Continue to scam us in the name of liberation. But when I call them out, they claim that I'm hating. Who says I smacked somebody? Poke your chest out, then slide thousands of miles. Check it out.
For a piece of
Who do that? I'm back like I left something. And you kept frontin', sick the Romans on me, but they ain't really stopping nothing. How you say you slap a man and go get a peace order? Something ain't adding up. Now I'm in the deep waters. I done took a deep dive, see who you really are. Who named you Tariq affiliated with the guns? Nah, you ain't a Sunni or the nation, but ain't nobody question why you perpetrating. See, early in the 90s, they put you on a mission. Hip hop was conscious, you came with something different. Goofy clown rap to take it off track. But you was so back, nobody followed the act. So they made another character, turned into a thug. From Cosmo to K-Fact, but still got no love. Album went wood, it was trash, no good. You was hip-hop police, snitching on the hood. How you make a documentary about hip-hop and not include yourself in all your albums that flop? Yeah, you got some dark secrets, I'm here to expose them. And I don't plan to stop until everybody knows them.
Welcome to another edition of
He's back!
Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, Brother Tariq, baby. And I would do another one, but we got to get busy, fam. It's time for us to get busy. It's time for us to get busy, family. Again, family, in the United States, copyright laws allows for fair use of copyrighted material under certain limited circumstances without prior permission from the owner. Under the law, determinations of fair use take into account the purpose and character of the use, the nature of copyrighted work, the amount and substantially of the work used in relation to the work as a whole, and the effect of the use upon the potential market for the copyrighted work. Other jurisdictions may have similar copyright provisions protecting fair use or fair dealing. If you are uncertain as to whether specific use qualifies as fair use, you should consult a qualified copyright attorney, which I have. And tonight, family, what I'm using is mostly in public domain, and I may be using a little bit tidbits of, a few seconds of some stuff, just to underscore my message tonight. This message is not about an individual. It's only about the circumstances surrounding practices that are used by the individual. So first, family, one of the things that I really want to look at before we go before we take a deep dive, it amazes me that these FBAs has turned into Trumpers, right? I want you, this is interactive live stream. So my thing is, you can vote for whoever you want to, and everybody knows that. But when it seems to be disingenuous, then it seems that someone is getting the better part of the deal. In fact, it's like someone is getting paid to direct people to a certain direction. Remember, people would say that the Democrats is trying to send people down the road of the LGBT community. Y'all remember that? Can you press 7 if you remember that? Y'all remember that? And that, they don't care about families. And I'm gonna tell you this, family, you's a fool if you think the government is gonna raise your family anyway. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Jay Bones. I mean, they say they don't care about families no more. They don't care about this. They don't care about that the government, they want to make your families do this. Like, who in their right mind would allow the government to raise their families in the first place? Like, why do you let your children consume so much toxic stuff in the first place? Why would you allow your children to consume government principles, society principles? Why would you let your children consume that anyway? So for someone to make the stupid statement that the government are trying to do this and trying to do that, they have provisions where you don't have to send your child to school, where you can homeschool your child. You don't have to interact with the toxic stuff that you consider be not of your persuasion, and you can do something. So this is the goofy argument where these FBAs talking about where the government is going and what the government is doing. Where it's going and what the government is doing, when most of these FBAs are not even participating in the civics that would change certain conditions. And if they participate, their participation starts on Twitter and ends on Twitter. That's it. That's all. They don't even know how to engage civics, more or less, to change conditions as it relates to civics. But they say they follow Trump because Trump is trying to focus things on family and all of that. When in fact, when you do a search on LGBT Trumpers or MAGA, you will find stuff like this. You know what I mean? And this is their business. They can do whatever they want to. As we know, if that's what you want to do in your life, that's your life. Enjoy. But at the end of the day, those who are speaking out against this sort of lifestyle are living contradictions themselves. They're living contradictions themselves. Even the vice president nominee has been caught in drag. You know what I mean? Even he's been caught in drag. Even Trump's lawyer did a little parody in drag. So I mean, like what are we doing? Why are we acting as if that this lifestyle that has become very prevalent in the media as it's one-sided? It's not one-sided. It has become a part of the fabric of society in this day and time. And it is what it is. Thank you so much, B-Ville. Thank you for all the support. So it has become a part of the fabric of our society, and it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. The only thing that you can do as it relates to that choice of lifestyle is to make sure that you are active in your children's life, in your family life, and you give them something that is enriching, fulfilling, and that's an alternative to the mess that you say that you don't want to be a part of. But that's my point. That's the first contradictions of these people pushing people to the MAGA, the Negro MAGAs, because they say that there's going to preserve families, and this is what the Negro Trumpers say. You know what I mean? The Negro Trumpers say that, but at the same time, the leader
with
of
whom I'm sleeping with,
FBA
something I hardly ever
actually
speak of, and you focus
supports
never on
the lifestyle choice of his friend Marcel. He supports the lifestyle choice, and he's a very expressive member of the LGBT community. Again, that's his thing. This is a free country, and this is a free world, and we got a will to choose. Do what you do. But for one to act as if that they're going to the MAGA side because of preservation of the family, here is the contradiction.
the fact that I'm pushing for reparations, and you can see it day in and day out. And a lot of what I do don't make it on the web, but a lot of it does. You can see that I'm working with South Carolina Democrats. I'm going to the South Carolina State House tomorrow to meet with Republicans.
Listen,
to try to get some.
That's with you and Tamara, right?
Oh no, this is
That
Dawn.
was not Tamara.
This is Dawn, Nicola, and I. We're going to meet with some white Republicans. It's not about reparations, but it's about lineage-based policies. And yes, Tamara and I, to that point, we've gone to.
They talk about people's forehead.
We've worked with people who identify as MAGA, and we go there. We don't go there tap dancing and cooning. We go there saying we're reparationists.
You hear this?
We've worked with people who identify as MAGA, and we go there. We don't go there tap dancing and cooning. We go there saying we're reparationists, and we talk about things that they find important, but we never back down on how this country owes our people a special debt. And
so he knows the criteria that was created by the leader of FBA. Yet,
with it. I can put up with a troll if I can see you doing work. People like to talk about.
I mean, he knows the criteria that was created by the leader of FBA. Yet, they're all over the place. You feel me? They're all over the place when it comes to what they say, being on code. Listen.
Tariq trolling and being petty. Okay, maybe, but you can also see the work and his consistency throughout the years. Okay? You can also see all the things he's done. Some of these people got nothing to show but jealousy, bitterness, trolling, pettiness, and failures.
That's what he said. So as you can see, if there is not a leader of FBA, that statement right there would determine that there's a leader. Look how people run to the defense when it comes to a conversation. Now, that's one thing I wanted to get out the way. Now, let me bring you up to speed. You know that this weekend that there was supposed to be a dance-off or a comedy show at the museum. There was supposed to be a comedy show at the museum, and now we're going to get straight into the contradictions and the manipulation, allegedly. No, Marcel not the leader. Mr. Nasheed is the leader. He just defended Mr. Nasheed. With that being said, though, that is, I'm segueing into where we're at now. We're looking at contradiction. Family, if you don't like the show, please, there is 1 billion channels on YouTube. Just turn away. I want to show people that the contradiction is here, and it's here for a reason. But so at the museum this past Saturday, there was a dance-off or there was a comedy show. Now, the first thing that people should understand, if they're able to catch it, the first thing that people should understand that there's a lot of illusions going on. One of the illusions that people need to pay attention to is when people say something and you are unable to visualize what they're saying as association. Matter of fact, forget it. Let me help you visualize it. Say, for instance, we look at this video right here, right? Say, for instance, we look at this video right here. And you say, okay, this is the museum. This is the comedy show going on at the museum. And at the end of the day, you're like, okay, comedy show. Looks like it's popping. And rightfully so, you might believe that it's popping. But when you look closely, you'll be able to see something else. Now, I'm going to just slide this for you. In fact, let me do this real quick. Let me do this. All right. Let me do this. Hold up. There we go. All right. So when you look at this crowd, all right, I will stop there. Let's start off top. I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay close attention. Pay close attention. I'm an expert at this. All right, the guy right here with the Suicide Bunny shirt on, the Psycho Bunny polo shirt, logo on the back. It looks like a conversation is going on. Notice that there's a comedian there, but the conversation is in a lane of itself. But then look at the patrons, how they're so engaged. They seem to be so engaged. You follow me? Pay attention. They seem to be so engaged. And if you don't know what you're looking at, it seems like regular people at a comedy event. If you don't know what you're looking at. I feel as though I know what I'm looking at. What you're looking at is an advertisement for success. This appears to me to be, pay attention, look at it. Look closely. It appears that one person know somebody that's there with them, this guy here. Nobody else is engaging with each other. Even if it's a comedy show, it could be Kevin Hart or Cat Williams. In a crowd, even as small as this, you will see more engagement. It's just body language. Body language. Now, you might think I'm stretching it, right? You got a people talking right there. But pay close attention. And if you don't know what you're looking at, you will be thrown off. This is a big advertisement. Now, and I'm going to show you how we know it's an advertisement in a minute. I'm going to show you how. You know what I mean? Now, one of the things that he said that people should pay attention to, if anybody checked the stream, is.
But I saw you outside. Did you have any trouble?
One of the things that he said that should have caught everybody off guard was this. Listen closely.
Getting in, because we are.
Stop right there. Listen to this.
Did you have any trouble getting in? Because our security was extra tight.
He asked somebody that he see on the stream, which probably he's not talking to nobody 9 times out of 10. He said, did you have a problem getting in? Because our security was extra tight. Let's think about that. Let's unpack that. if there is somebody that you know that is trying to get in, you go and let them in. You don't ask somebody on a live stream Monday morning, did they have trouble getting in? We already know that it's only 1,300 feet of space in the club. So if someone has trouble getting in, what do? And you know them. Obviously, according to that statement, he know. I seen you, and it seems you had trouble getting in. Because security was tight. Let me tell you what that's all about. I'm going to tell you what that's all about. You got to understand that in Hollywood, they hire crowds all the time. And when they hire crowds, not only do the crowd get paid a little stipend, but they also get a notch on their actor's resume. You follow me? But when you listen to the context of what is said here, it makes no kind of sense at all. The place is only 1,300 feet. You just walk out there and say, hey, you trying to come in? Come on in. Listen.
Did you have any trouble getting in? Because our security was extra tight. Yeah, the security was extra.
Now, this is a twofold message. The reason why he's saying that security was extra tight, because if real people wanted to come in, they wouldn't have been able to get in. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't have been able to get in because allegedly these are fillers. They are hired people to look like a crowd. So if everyday normal average person wanted to get in, they wouldn't have got in. They wouldn't have got in because it's not that type of party. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. Now, all of this is alleged, but this is what my research skill and my human behavior skill in studying people and studying circumstances, this is what this tells me. It doesn't make sense. But why is this done? This is done because it got to convince people around the country that this is a successful endeavor. It's not a successful endeavor because, again, at $35 a pop, you are not even going to pay the light bill. So it's not successful. Any type of endeavor, it's about profit. Any type of business endeavor, it's about profit. And if you do the math and it's not making any profit, it can only be for a prop. Then see, this is where we run into problems with. We run into major problems because some of us could be in business and don't understand business. Anytime someone is in a business situation, they don't do things for props. They do it for money. Now, so this is not a business arrangement. This is a prop. This is an advertisement. Just like Twitter. A lot of things that you see on Twitter where you think somebody is organically going live on Twitter and doing something. No, they're just not going live. These lives that seem organic is no more than commercials. To sell something on the back end, to sell you something later. But when it got 500 views, it's not time to move. When it got 100,000 views, now we can market something. And this is the day that we're in right now. But let me finish playing this real quick. Listen.
Extra super duper tight. Because they're checking everybody very, very thoroughly.
Now, you know that don't make no sense. That you see somebody on the stream that you know, and you say, were you trying to get in? Did you get in? Like, I don't even believe it was somebody on the stream there. That message was for somebody else that probably came to the door and they said, we're not letting anybody else in. It wasn't nobody in the crowd that he was talking to on that stream. That doesn't even make sense. Because that person should have cussed him out from head to toe. Yeah, I was at the door. You knew it was me and you didn't let me come in. And then, as Cryptonomics just say, why are you checking paid customers thoroughly at a comedy event for old folks? Now, I understand the checking part, but I don't understand the part, can you get in? Can you get in? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't add up. That doesn't make sense at all. You know what I mean? And so what I want to share with you, family, there is a thing in Hollywood that they do all the time. What is hire a crowd? And it's not that expensive for real. Hiring a crowd for an event involves engaging a company to organize a group of people who will give an event the immediate impression of being extremely busy. This is a great way for a company to promote new business or a product or give the impression that something is attracting a lot of people to the event. The motivation behind a business employing a crowd is that it can generate real interest from the general public who will be keen to see what all the fuss and commotion is about. The perception is that the business, event, party, or TV program is very popular. Batter, you're not blocked. Nobody blocked you. You feel me? And so when you're dealing with Hollywood actors, this is one of the things that they do. And this is another reason why you need to support your brother Tahaka Bey, because this is why they come for me, because I expose these secrets. You know what I mean? I expose these secrets boldly. Many people think this is a waste of time. I don't think you are a waste of time at all. I think this is time well spent. You follow what I'm saying? I think this is time well spent, because I don't believe that any time have we ever seen, I don't believe that we ever seen in real time the unfolding things on this level ever. You know what I mean? I don't think we've seen that. And so we're going to unfold it today. Let me go a step further. Now, another thing that was said is, let me pull this up. Another thing that was said.
We were running out of liquor and stuff, so we had to get some stuff delivered.
Now listen, if you from around the way, man, we could smell foolishness a mile away. You know what I mean? We could smell foolishness a mile away. Listen to this.
I had some of my staff running around, and we had some like Instacart bringing more stuff, and some damn lady who was supposed to deliver the liquor ran off with the damn liquor.
Family, who on the night of the event have somebody doing Instacart bringing liquor? Family, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Who you have a whole event center, and on the night of an event that you planned a month before, you got somebody bringing liquor with Instacart. Family, make it make sense. Make it make sense, family. Notice on the flyer, I got it underlined, complimentary drinks. You feel me? You feel me? Complimentary drinks. Why doesn't it say alcohol will be served? Family, the reason why it does not say alcohol will be served is because you can see that there is no alcohol license for this address. There is no alcohol license for this address. So if one or two person came in there and they just had a couple little demonstrations of drinks or whatever the case may be, say, hey, somebody sold the drinks or whatever. I don't even know why this guy would even venture to even talk about drinks, knowing that according to the website who governs liquor license for events, they don't have one. They don't have one. So for him to even say, thank you, Timbo Slice, they don't even have a license according to the website that governs this. You just go there, you put in the address, and you see if there's a liquor license there. And if there's not a liquor license there, you're gonna get what you see, what I just displayed. You know what I mean? That's what you're gonna get. So there's not a liquor license there. So why would he do that? He need content to talk about. Thank you so much, Timbo Slice. Appreciate you, family. He needs something to talk about to make it sound as if it's legitimately on the right path. In reality, these gatherings is sneak-in shows. Y'all know what a sneak-in show is? They're sneak-in shows. In other words, they're being snuck in under the nose of the county, LA County, because it's not licensed for allegedly, let me say allegedly, from what I've seen on the internet, it's not licensed for these type of events. It's not set up like that. It's not set up for alcohol. It's not set up for cooking and serving food. It's not set up for that. Therefore, he put complimentary dinner, complimentary drinks, because he cannot sell these things there according to the regulations of LA County. You feel me? And then somebody say he spelled complimentary wrong on the fly. He worse than me, ain't he? He worse than me, ain't he? He ain't even used his spell check. But at the end of the day, family, this shows you how the manipulation goes. You know what I mean? Listen.
She pretended she delivered it.
Listen to this.
We were running out of liquor and stuff, so we had to get some stuff delivered. I had some of my staff running around, and we had some like Instacart bringing more stuff, and some damn lady who was supposed to deliver the liquor ran off with the damn liquor. She pretended she delivered it. Yeah, I put it outside.
Do you know that Instacart, Uber, and all of these delivery transporting apps, that they got people, like you can literally go to jail for that. Like, who runs off with somebody's liquor? They're trying to get paid off the app. This is just crazy to me that he could sell this over the internet to FBAs, and they probably just eating it up alive.
Like, you ain't put a damn thing outside. Your punk ass ran off with our liquor.
And then these are unnecessary lies. This is the dangerous part of dealing with those who do these types of things. They're unnecessary lies. They're unnecessary. I used to talk to a woman years ago, and it seemed like I caught on real fast. It seemed like every time she opened her mouth, she lied for no reason. For no reason. It's just unnecessary. I mean, her mother was a nurse, and she tell me her mother was a doctor. Like, I'm not tripping whether she a nurse or a doctor. I'm not impressed either or. Is she a nice person? Is she okay? I don't care if she's a nurse or a doctor. Come find out her mother was a nurse. And then she told me that she was a doctor. But she couldn't explain why she wasn't in her field of expertise. And then when they talk about her field of expertise as being a doctor, she couldn't even go into that. I say, man, this woman is crazy. This woman is crazy. Just lie for no reason. They're unnecessary lies. Just unnecessary. Like when people might say, well, lies is never necessary. Well, let me tell you something. If it's up against life or death, you better lie your way up out that. I'm gonna tell you the fact of the matter. If you saying something and it considered to be truth and it's gonna kill you, you better get up out of there. Shoot, huh? And listen, it says in the Holy Crown and Moorish Science Temple of America, it is better to steal than betray. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, let me tell you something. If I got to take me a piece of bread, and you gonna kill me, man, I ain't take that bread. I gotta survive, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's what I mean by unnecessary lies. Unnecessary. This is pathetic, you know what I mean? But to save your life, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I don't instruct anybody to just go and do no dumb lying, and don't put yourself in a position where you have to create a lie. But the unnecessary lies, it doesn't get you no money. It doesn't save your life. It doesn't do nothing. I mean, I've been stopped. I tell people the raw truth. You know what I mean? I'm one of them type of person. I tell you the raw truth, and you just got to be mad at me. You know what I mean? Because I practice the art of being honest and moving with integrity. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, if they try to, I don't know. But I ain't gonna never put myself in these dumb positions. This is crazy. There are unnecessary lies and there are unnecessary lies. The lies are never needed. Hey, if you sitting up there in that European racist police tell you that, listen, you tell me the truth. I'm shutting up. I ain't saying nothing. I mean, I ain't saying nothing. And if being silent is being lied, that's what it is. But nah, man, I ain't saying nothing, man. But I don't practice the art of deception, though. You know what I mean? And I don't put myself in a position where I would have to choose to lie or tell the truth. I'm always trying to tell the truth. If my life involved now, and I don't know. I ain't never been there yet. But anyway, it is what it is. But now, let's go on to the next thing. Now, family, how in the world did we get to a brother wearing a dashiki, supporting Africa, you know what I'm saying, to now acting as if that Africa is the enemy, that Africans are the enemy, and that anything associated with our brothers and sisters in Africa is a wrong turn down the wrong path? How does that happen? Like I think this is something that we should examine. How does that happen? How does one that, if you pay close attention, you know what I mean? If you pay close attention, you would know that back in the day that, you know, he would champion Africa. You follow me? He would champion Africa. But today, we don't get that person. We don't get that person. But the question remains is, what happened? What happened to make someone go left? And I'm going to examine a few things. Let me go ahead and dig these up real quick. What made a person go left? I don't know. But let me examine a few things. Let's examine this.
What do you think about the presentation of Africa to African Americans?
Family, we're going to examine this real quick. And maybe you have the answer. How do you go from this to talking like Trump, talking about poop hole third world countries? Let me move this over here. Take a listen.
Yo, see, we believe everything that the white supremacists tell us. They tell us that Africa is Tarzan. They got a new Tarzan movie out now, by the way. So everybody's walking around in grass thongs and naked and ashy and living in huts. And what's interesting about that, white people go over there living it up.
But every post that you see from FBAs is that they will post the slums of Africa and depict it as the whole picture of Africa. Yet, listen to this.
Yeah. Man, they go over there vacationing, partying up. Every time I go to Africa, man, it's a plane full of white people over there. They got us scared to go, and they over there setting it off.
And now listen to this. He said they got us scared to go, and they over there setting it off. Now he got FBA scared to go and making assertions that it's dirty, that it's foul, that they ain't cleaning up or fixing up their own country, that they're coming here to fix up, to tether onto us. But listen to this.
Africa's beautiful, man. South Africa's beautiful.
Yeah.
Go to Zanzibar. Beautiful island right off the coast of Tanzania.
You see what I'm saying? How in the world can one make these statements at one period of time and now today, he's telling people how trashy Africa is, how underdeveloped Africa is, how there is no reason for us to be there, go there, or do anything there because you're Foundation American. Like, how do people follow someone who moves on this contradictory vibration? I don't get it.
Yeah. It's beautiful over there, man. And the brothers and sisters are so open to us vibing with them and connecting with them.
How do they treat you as an American going over there?
Man, they love us over there. There's a myth that Africans don't like African Americans.
Yeah.
That myth comes from African immigrants coming over here and the white supremacists telling them, don't hook up with those black folks now.
Hey.
Because, you know, whenever we talk about injustices, they always tell black people, hey, well, you don't like it, just go back to Africa. But every time we try to hook up, they sabotage it.
Hey.
Now who's doing the sabotaging? Who's doing the sabotaging? Mr. Nasheed says himself that every time we are ready to hook up, they sabotage it. Now, who's doing the sabotaging? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Who's doing the sabotaging? Every time we hook up, let it play.
Go back to Marcus Garvey. When we tried to hook up with Africa with Garvey, the FBI sabotaged that. Specifically, they said...
Who sabotaged it? So if the FBI sabotaged it then, and people are trying to sabotage it now, who's in control of the sabotaging of the connection of the diaspora? Talk to me. Family, be interactive with me. Be interactive with me. If the FBI tried to sabotage it yesterday, and we had people in blackface, melanated face, trying to sabotage it today, who is at the root of sabotaging? There you go. There you go.
In Agents on Garvey, back in the 70s, the Big New Brzezinski, they put out a paper saying we do not want Africans and African Americans hooking up at all.
There you go. See, this is the thing when people have a track record of doing things like this. The mission change. The mission may change overnight. Like his mission may change next week. Next week, it may be another ploy that's not even associated with racial politics. You understand what I'm saying? Because at any given moment, the mission may change. So this mission right here was different from the mission that you see now. You follow me? This mission now with the racial politics and division is different from this mission right here. Whatever this mission was, I don't know. But we know that it's a contradiction.
Because, you know, there were a lot of African revolutions over there in the 60s and 70s, so people were fighting for their independence. Mugabe and all those people getting those white supremacists up out of there. So they didn't want us hooking up with that. When they did that rumble in the jungle with Ali and...
Do y'all notice what's going on in Benin right now? Do y'all notice what's going on in a lot of African countries right now? A lot of African countries, they are trying their best to organize some sort of resistance to imperialism right now. See, I think this is a telltale sign of what was going on and what is going on. See, at this point, we got a few coins to travel. See, at this point, we got a few coins to go and shake hands with people in Africa. At this point, we can go see for ourselves. So now only thing that they can do is discourage that. Because once that unity happens, we begin to let go of the concept that we are minority and understand no matter where we are at, we are the majority. Whether some of us are here, some of us are there, some of us are here, some of them are there. We'll lose the concept of the minority. The only way that we become a minority is when we divide ourselves from the greater community. And to be quite frank, there is people on that other side of the water that also is being manipulated to think that they are better and different than us. But there are more that understand what the unity means more so than the destruction and practicing the division could do. You follow me? Listen.
When they did that Rumble in the Jungle with Ali and Don King, they didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
But Muhammad Ali, and they wanted to go over there and link up with the people. That's why Muhammad Ali is a big icon, right? Man. That brother was on that Pan-African thing all the way back then. And
he was on that Pan-African thing all the way back then. That's indicative that he is, at this point, supportive of the Pan-African idea. Let me tell you something. A lot of the things that people say, it gives the indication that they were moving into these circles to get information, return information back, and when they find out that ain't nothing going on, it's on to the next mission. So whether it's the pimp game on social media, not even social media at that time, in Hollywood, and whether it's the Pan-African ideal that Sinetta and 125th Street was pushing real hard with the conscious community, the Pan-African ideal was the biggest thing smoking, very popular. And from the outside looking in, it looked like it could even be a revolutionary on some serious tip. You had the RBG rappers, you had the RBG brothers with the flag. They was outdoing the Hebrew brothers at that time. So it only makes sense that they would send one into those circles to get information to find out if it was legitimately, did it have the potential to cause a rebellion, a resistance, or can you turn it inside out and leave it to dust? And as you see it now on the internet, not on the ground, on the internet, it appears that the RBG movement is non-existent. But that's only on the internet, because if you're on the ground in the community, you'll see that RBG is strong and moving along. But that's just my take on that. I mean, that's just my take on that.
And even in the 90s, when Gaddafi, he was getting independence as far as economics. He's trying to get everybody on the gold standard over there. He was trying to hook up with African Americans through Minister Farrakhan. Gaddafi was going to give Minister Farrakhan $1 billion to help African Americans over here. It was Bill Clinton that came in and stopped that. You understand? So every time we try to link up with Africa, they throw a wrench in that.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to take that initiative and stop listening to what they tell us and realize that our brothers and sisters over there are very open to us. Mugabe, he's another one who said, hey,
you see what I'm saying? Why is it so hard to ask the question, what changed? Because these are strong points that are being made by Mr. Nasheed. These are strong points. They're very strong points, very established points. They're points that not only he make, that John Henry Clark make, that Francis Cress Welsing make, that all of the teachers that he has on the wall make. You follow me? Black girls read. At this time that this was going on, it's not fluff for those who hear it. It's gaining the trust and the confidence of those who hear it. And in order to gain the confidence of one, you must speak the language in which they understand. And if you're able to speak the RBG language and talk a little bit history, they would embrace you. And once the embracing happens, that's when the dismantling can happen. So it comes off as genuine, just like FBA does. Just like FBA, it comes off as genuine. But like me and you know, we know that it's fluff, but it does come off as genuine because you got to build trust.
Want to hook up with African Americans. See, the thing is, Mugabe has taken control of his resources. He said, I'm getting these diamond mines back. Y'all not going to come over here and rape our resources and then leave us broke. We're taking control of everything. But then the white supremacists put trade sanctions on him and start talking about humanitarian issues, and he's a tyrant.
And one thing about people like Mr. Nasheed, they study a script hard. In other words, just like an actor can remember lines of a 4-hour, 6-hour movie script, it's no different than this. They can study a script on history and have it down packed. They can study a script on social ills and have it down packed. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing more than a script. Like, people be like, man, this guy is so smart. If you get a person like that in a debate with real history, they will fluster. It would fall apart because it's really a script that is being read. And this is why, if you pay close attention, that they pick certain people to be interviewed by. Back when these things would happen, they would pick Fox News, CNN, and now that we are in the social media era, they will pick platforms that's agreeable to them. They won't go to a platform that's disagreeable with them. And those platforms that is agreeable to them are also the same platforms that are doing the same thing that they're doing, just in a different way. They just have a different approach, but it's the same circle.
For him, Ian Smith, who was the prime minister of Rhodesia, that's what Zimbabwe was before it was Zimbabwe. I mean, that was an apartheid state. They were murdering and slaughtering the Africans over there, but they never said anything about humanitarian issues then. So we got to stop listening to them and start listening to each other.
Now, that statement, we got to start listening to them. The same thing that them say is what FBA say today. The same thing is what they say today. Listen, family. Even on this shirt, you got Pan-Africanists on this shirt. It just doesn't make logical sense. You follow me? When somebody make a comment like this, in response to these criticisms, Tariq wanted the world to know that his museum only have a bronze bust of John Henry Clark. Notice how he refers to Dr. Clark as legendary master teacher. But Tariq does not practice any of Dr. Clark's teachings. And what is the crux of Dr. Clark's teachings? It's Pan-Africanism. It's Pan-Africanism. You follow me? That is the crux of the teachings, amongst many other things, but that is one of the main themes. You follow me? And to have, and then to claim we have the only bronze bust of legendary master teacher John Henry Clark in the hidden history. It's pretty much like a slap in the face when you go around pandering to get people to accept misinformation, disinformation, and create a loyalty to a made-up term, FBA. Let's take a look at this.
What's up, everybody?
Let's take a look at this. Family. Here's another instance where when one talk about FBA, when one talks about FBA, and at the end of the day, you never see their primary workforce being FBA.
Everybody, this is Tariq, and right now we're on the set.
And this goes back a long way.
Out here in South Central Los Angeles. So let's do a little look, a run through.
Let's do a run through on these sets. Look at these
of
sets.
The school.
A whole school set. Right? But look at the acting.
Light up this whole thing and have a cookie from the windows in the bar.
You see? Even the producers on Hidden Colors were all European. You feel what I'm saying? That's not, the thing is, it's not a problem, but don't demonize the same people that you are hiring. You attack more people that look like us and then vaguely call a situation by an unknown face, it's done by a white supremacist. That don't make a lot of sense, family. And I don't understand why the FBA, like for instance, even these made up posts right here. Now they trying to say that now are they now trying to say LGBT community created hip hop? This is all propaganda to sell a DVD. And what about his older buddy from Africa? Well, he's in on it too. He's on the records of Melanated Nation, of Melanated, whatever it is, Melanoid Nation. He's on the record, so he's in on it too. Yeah, he's in on it too. You know what I mean? He's definitely in on it too. Let me see this real quick. Listen to this. Now, for a second, let's jump out there for a minute. This guy here claims to be MAGA. They walk the dogs on him, calling him a slave and everything. They walk the dog. Why would people think that it's okay? Even though, let me tell you, even though the Dems, they crazy, they got their own thing going on too. Don't get it twisted. But I ain't never heard them walking the dogs like this. And like you will walk people into that. You will walk people that follow you into that. I'm not saying walk them into the Democrat Party either. Give me 1 second. I need to get me some air right here. Let me see if I got a nice okay, here we go. We ain't miss much. We just waiting like everybody else.
Check 1, 2. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moorish World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn off the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Hey, Chris, Sonny, Box, and Alpha X, and Sean. Yasmin and the Queen got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Sensu 9. Anybody they can get it if they drippin' on the fan. Moorish World TV, investigating all scams. Go check my record, and please don't front. Come on, keep it a fuck. I ain't been wrong once, I never Mike and the Tariq, Vega, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to the end, but they ain't nothing. Why? How I do to Tariq, the Law, Nasheed. Welcome to another edition of MWTv. I'm the host, Brother Tahar Bay. Knock it out the park. Let's get on these frauds' neck. Get them. And let's shut them down. Let's go. Get them. Stop it. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. That's right. Let everybody know it's going down. Moorish World Tv. We gon' shut it down. Let's shut it down. Let's shut it down. Thumbs up. The show starts now. Let's get it. Y'all think it's a game. Let's get them, Diddy. Get them, Diddy.
Lose.
Welcome back to Moorish World TV. Did y'all notice that sad cripple walk he was trying to do in that demonstration? Goodness and gracious, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Anyway, back to the show. So one thing that we know is that the most craziest thing that I witnessed recently is when Diddy was getting charged. And when Diddy was getting charged, when the lawsuit came about Diddy, I didn't understand for the life of me why, even though, let me tell you something about Little Debbie's. Let me backtrack before. In certain spaces, they call, how can I say it? So back in my college days, they used to tell people, don't let the young guys come in there, don't let nobody get your Debbies. Don't let nobody play with your Debbies. Little young guys then did something and they then got sent to the adult institution. They tell people, don't let nobody play with your Debbies. The Debbies is symbolic. Most people wouldn't know that, but yeah. In certain spaces, Debbies is indicative of the fruit cake. I'm gonna leave that alone though, man. I hope y'all get it. You get it. Anyway. With that being said, yeah, it's a slang. It's a slang for something else. You know what I mean? But anyway, so we know that there is a connection between Diddy and Mr. Nasheed, as we seen in the video, the Faith Evans video that popped up. You follow me? With that being said, after reading the report, after reading the case, what person in their right mind would even do a live stream to try to defend Diddy? I thought that was crazy. That one would jump out there to try to defend Diddy. The R&B Garvey said, don't get your cookie snatched. Yep.
Get arrested.
Listen to this.
But they're doing a sex trafficking investigation. They keep saying that word. They keep using that term, sex trafficking. And what does that mean? Sex trafficking is, this is I might not say so. Just like with Cassie, they're saying that with Cassie, she was sex trafficking.
Wait.
And what does that mean? Sex trafficking is, this is I might not say so.
He said if you can't hear it correctly, he says that they keep calling it trafficking. And then he says, but what is that? It's I'm white and I say so.
There you go. There you go. He's gonna keep on pushing this.
And this is my bro from MWTv, Naps TV. Y'all need to go over there and subscribe. He jumped right on it when I was looking for the clip. He had it on his channel.
This racial angle. I'm white and I say so. This is for his silly minions. All right. So already it's in where it's time to shame black people for observing the obvious. But let's go.
They're saying that with Cassie, she was sex trafficked. That was an adult who just did freaky things with her. So how was that?
He said Cassidy was an adult who did freaky things with Puff. There you go. Naps TV, he in the building. He's in the building right here. Let me snip him. Y'all need to go there to subscribe because he be catching us. I be going to look for stuff, and like today, I actually seen he had it, so it was better for me to just grab it from him. I remember the conversation, but it was better for me to grab it from him because he had already snipped the part that I wanted to underscore. MWTv right there. You know what I mean? He has a lot of good content there. He's a Moorish World TV citizen, and I'm a MWTv citizen. So this is where I got this content from. Excellent clipping.
Trafficking, right? Because
he was with her since she was younger. Like, all right, let's keep it moving.
And the same thing here. Who did he traffic? Notice they never say who he's trafficking. They just say sex trafficking. Oh.
Now, Mr. Nasheed is telling 50 to 60,000 people, according to his numbers, which I believe many of them are bots. He is telling 50 to 60,000 people that Diddy did not traffic anybody, and that Cassidy is a grown adult. And today.
Over and over and over again. They're not saying who's being trafficked. So that's a very deliberate media manipulation. Right. He sex trafficked Cassie. How? How do you sex traffic an adult who's having consensual relationships? How do you do that? Yeah? It's just, I'm white and I say so. You see? And we gotta look at Cassie.
He keeps saying, it's just, I'm white and I say so, when that's not the case.
Situation. See, Cassie aesthetically is a non-white person, but in the system of white supremacy, they'll use a proxy if it's for the purpose of getting at a black person, especially.
How can a woman even support a guy like this? He said that they using a proxy, as if implying that Cassie is a proxy just to set this guy up and take him down.
Black man of means. They'll use a proxy. Wait.
You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about it is that he never comes back and explain his position if it ever changed. This is the charges, one of the counts that Diddy was indicted on. From at least in or about 2009 up to including in or about 2018 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love, the defendant in and affecting interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, and solicited by any means a person knowing and in the reckless disregard of the fact that means of force, threat of force, fraud, and coercion, and described in title. Basically, nobody is holding this person accountable to say, bro, you need to take that back.
Understand the diddler chose Cassie. The diddler chose Cassie while he was with his black woman, Kim. And I get arrested though.
You see what I'm saying? So MWTv is like, how can she be a proxy if Diddy chose her? This spin machine is crazy. But like I say, I don't believe all working parts understand each and every working part. Listen to this.
But here's the thing. He beat what? So Russell back there. Who did he beat? Cassie. Who did he beat? Right. Who did he beat? Okay, a minute. But here's the thing. He beat what? So Russell back there. Who did he beat? Cassie. Who did he beat? Right. Who did he beat?
How do a person continue to get to say these things over and over and over, contradictions, lies, and at the end of the day, the people that follow this guy never hold him accountable? Never hold him accountable. That is so weird to me that these people that call themselves FBA, they never double back and say, hold up, you know you was wrong because of such and such. They never double back. Thank you. Thank you. I think there's Brother Ali or Shakran Ali. I hope I don't butcher the name too much, but they both was born in 69. But all throughout the internet, they have him born in 73, 74. Like, come on, man. Why is that such a secret? Do you think the drug mule told on Diddy? Oh, absolutely. No mistake about it, fam. That's already been proven. He cuts a deal with the feds to avoid time. Absolutely. That's already been proven. See how I keep the receipts on deck? This is why Moorish World TV need to be around. This is why y'all, I request that y'all support what we got going on here, because we call it like it is. And we got archives of research. Archives upon archives upon archives of research. And not only do I have this picture here, it's actually reported and legitimate. It's legitimately reported. You know what I'm saying? It's legitimately reported. And I'm not going to make nothing up. I'm not going to slander anybody. I may give my commentary on something, but I'm definitely not going to slander anybody. I'm going to give everybody a fair shake. I'm going to give everybody a fair shake, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. The whole thing about many people is, thank you so much, good brother Thurman. Thank you so much. The main thing about many people is they see me doing this series on Mr. Nasheed and think that it's a personal vendetta against Mr. Nasheed, which is really not. He got personal with me. I didn't get personal with him, but I really do think that this is a fascinating unfolding story. I think it's fascinating that people would still listen to someone that has so many contradictions. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. Make sure you're still with me. I mean, I think it's fascinating. I mean, and what I mean by fascinating, it's mind-boggling to me that one would still listen to this person and even attack me. You know, you got people make videos about me attacking me because I'm trying to say, I think you need to check this out. I think you need to check this out. Are you attacking me? Just check it out. Just check it out. That's all you got to do is check it out. If it does not check out, then hey, come back to me and make me apologize. I think that's fair. Come back to me and say, Grand Sheik, you're wrong on this one. You're wrong on this one, and you need to apologize. You are a Grand Sheik. People look to you as inspiration. People look to you as one with some integrity. I think it would be in the best interest that you apologize, because this is not right. So it's not strange that they pushing people to Trump because it's all the same party. You can see Trump and Diddy together from being a young man trying to get in the game. So it's not strange that the connection with Mr. Nasheed and pushing Trump now, and the connection with Diddy and Trump is there. It's not strange at all. It all makes sense. It all seems like a circle of people that know each other, deal with each other, and have done business with one another. You know what I mean? It all makes sense now. See, these are old relationships. These are not new relationships. These are old relationships. And now we see that Mr. Nasheed is in his videos with Faith Evans. We see that Mr. Nasheed is pushing the Trump ideal. We see that Puffy shaking hands, friendly, chummy chum with Trump as a young man. This is before he got the dentures fixed. You follow me? And we see even, this is rather recent. If I'm not mistaken, that's Trump's newest wife. You understand what I'm saying? So all of these things go together. All of these things go together. All of them go together. But we sitting up there thinking that, okay, the Democrats is just trying not to give us this. The Democrats don't want to. It's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. We are the pawns on this chessboard. And what I mean by we're the pawns on this chessboard, we are the ones that bring entertainment. We are the one that brings attention to America as it relates to those that is a sideshow with rap music, with the creative abilities that we have. But when it comes to political power, economic power, we are on the back burner. And and a lot of it is because we allow people to come in and manipulate us from not working together. Like, what group of people that has always been on the bottom from our experience in this country would even consider beefing with one another? That got to be a sick people. That's got to be a sick people. That in this country, we have been the burden bearer of the wealthy and the wealth of this country. No one can deny that. What would some kind of way get in somebody's head to believe that the best alternative is to put ourselves in a little box of an ADOS or FBA? We should be trying to get all the support and backing that we can get from the diaspora and have them fall in line with our plan and our agenda so we can get that which is ours and then move forward and help them to get what is theirs. That would make more sense than anything. For the coming of us here in the United States, there's always been a mission. There's always been a mission to divide and to separate us from the land of our ancestors, of our forefathers and foremothers. There's always been a movement to do that from the time in the cotton fields, from the time of the separation. Why do we think that is a viable plan today? You said I'll take calls. Yeah, you can call. Let me see something. Let me see if I can get you up in here. Let me see if I can get you up in here real quick. Let me get you a number. If you want to call, I'll see if I can get you. I wasn't expecting no calls tonight, but I can get you one. I can get you one right quick. Let's get it. Right quick. I need to figure out how to get a phone on this thing. All right. There you go. I would love a few comments. You know what I mean? there you go. If you want to hit that line right there, let's see if we can get you up in there. Let me get a few more slides, and I got so many slides. I might have to do a part 2 on this. But anyway, it just makes sense that these circles are what they are. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm giving everybody a fair warning before I
check this guy here. I want to do a whole video on this guy. This is how crazy it has become. You follow me? Give me 1 second. Look at this MAGA guy. Listen to it.
Start this video. You might not like my language, okay? So if you have sensitive ears, move on to the next video because I'm not holding back. I'm going to tell you how I really feel. So first of all, I want to say, fuck every single last one of these Democrats who have made Donald Trump out to be some evil bad man. Screw every last single one of y'all who has ever said that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy.
This man is crazy. Let me get him up in. Peace, family. Can you hear me? Hold up. Let me get him back up in. Hold up. I think I just missed you. But this is what it comes to. Insane. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right,
Can you
all
hear me?
right. I can hear you well. Hopefully everybody else can hear you. I think they should be able to hear you, though. But yeah, brother, come on, chime in. What you got for me?
No, I want to make it sure. I was just piggybacking on what you were saying about the entertainment industry. One of the things, the people are definitely pawns, and of course, these are super agents from Tariq to Puffy. I mean, I can go down the list, and you always name them all, but from the Pentagon to the Jewish Society, they got a stronghold on the entertainment industry, and they use people that look like us as pawns to manipulate and control our thinking and et cetera, and it's a sad thing. And I just wanted to chime in on that before I forgot what I was going to say. Something else I was going to say too, but you already know.
But yeah, bro. But you know, at the end of the day, bro, you always hit me up. You can join on the panel whenever you get ready. But that point need to be underscored because there's a show that I was working on and showing that how the actual process worked and how they develop these characters at the Pentagon and at these actor studios in Hollywood. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of these people end up going to Hollywood, whether it's Polite, whether it's what was the guy from Fred Hampton? He ultimately retired in Hollywood or California, LA. Who else? Many of these people that appear to be compromised, that is where they get their training at. I mean, and I got a whole research show for that. Absolutely. Right. The Pentagon has its own studio.
I totally agree, and I want to leave on this. Look at the word entertain. We don't even read properly half the time. 2 words. There's a prefix and a suffix. The word enter and the word tain. Enter obviously means to go into. The word tain. The suffix tain means to hold, take hold of, or control.
That's right.
So what are they doing? Going into holding and taking control of your mind, your whole being. Look at the words. But
bro, don't. Somebody else trying to hit too, but before you go, don't. Ain't it reminiscent of the word detained?
Exactly. Hold you.
Yeah, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Hold and control you. And look at it's all, man, I don't want to go any further.
Bro, you need to be on that panel with me one day, bro.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm getting myself together because to sit on the panel with you, I got to be prepared talking.
Man, go ahead, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, big bro.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. I thank
peace
you.
To all people.
Absolutely. Peace and love. So, yeah, family. Man, dang, man, I wish I had the thing set up so we could actually do a good old call-in show. You know what I mean? I wasn't really set up for a call-in show tonight, but let me see if I can get this other person that just called in a second ago. Let me see if that was a call. Let me see something. Tell me if y'all can hear.
Hello?
Well, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure everybody can hear. Press 1 if y'all just heard. Who am I speaking with? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Grand Sheik.
Okay. They can hear you. Okay, cool. That works good then. So I can start to use this line on my phone. So yes, brother, talk to me. Where you calling from?
I'm from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. What you got to add to the conversation? What you think?
I just wanted to say Tariq Nasheed is way more successful than you, and you're nothing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you're right, because I'm really not successful at doing things that I feel as though that leaves me not in a good space with myself, with my conscience, or with my people. So, yeah, being successful, being successful, he says he's more successful than me. Being successful at slaughtering cows, that's fine with me. I'm not going to slaughter cows. Being successful at manipulation, I'm not going to be successful at that. That's just not what I'm going to do. But anyway, that was weird. But anyway, let me throw one more. Nah, that was a nice troll. He just made the show just feel a little bit better. I wanted to share one more clip, and then I might have to go again.
A lot of people are asking about Ghana. Family.
Stop for a minute. Y'all remember this here? Family. These are all family. Do I need to do a part 2? I'm gonna have to remember all the ones from part 1. Look at this. Look at this. Listen to this.
Tomorrow, can everybody call the Ghana embassy here in Washington, D.C. and find out what the requirements are for dual citizenship or a right to a...
And this is that baiting commentary. Anybody, he does that all the time. Can anybody tell me what's good to eat in Atlanta? Can somebody tell me where's a good soul food restaurant in Atlanta? Where in fact, this guy has property in Atlanta. This guy practically spent at least half of his career of what he does in the South and Atlanta. Do you know what I'm saying? But he'll say, anybody know where I can get a good meal from in Atlanta? Somebody put it in the chat for me. That is debate and engagement to get you engaged. That's right. Where's the good barber in Atlanta? Anybody know where's the good barber in Atlanta? Anybody knows? That is to get people engaged and get them involved. And once they're involved, then they can go to the next step. And this is like nobody cares about the he knows where the embassy is at, much as he's in and out of DC.
Abode. Let's just call them and find out. And everybody email me the information because I'm doing a lot of stuff in the morning. But call them and find out what the requirements are. Because again, we need some just in case options here.
And you know what? What he's saying right there, it is emotionally driven because in reality, that is something that the Black Panthers did. They created relationships in African countries, and then when they were trying to move forward and get to some peace, they went to them countries. And you still have some today still in African countries. And so this is something that is scripted once again, to jug on people's heartstrings. Infiltration of Pan-Africanism.
Okay. We need to look into that, KD. We're think tanking right now.
Y'all remember Grandmaster Jay always gave the impression that he was running an organization on the internet? So everybody, put up your I need you to put our logo on your thumbnail. Remember that Grandmaster Jay used to do that? We need everybody to send in your information. Email me. Remember that? This is the same Grandmaster Jay trick. We're think tanking now. How do you think tank on social media? That doesn't make sense. How do you think tank on social media for an escape plan or an alternative of being in America?
We're think tanking right now. You're watching African.
You see? But with that being said, family, I'm going to leave it right there, and we might have to do a part 2. I got so much that I can deliver. But family, when I'm telling you, I'm going to need your support, because when I do these type of videos, I can expect some opposition. And this opposition is not going to come with a video after a video. The opposition is going to come in ways that I'm going to have to really hunker down and defend my position. You follow me? So that's what it is. Family, if you haven't seen the pay-per-view yet, should I put it on replay? Anybody want to see the replay? It was phenomenal, I tell you. It was phenomenal. I tell you. I may get the replay back up, but I'm only going to do it one more time. Because I have a lot of things. I got other things that I got to do. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to charge for it, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to charge for it, because again, family, I'm trying to raise money. I got a jury trial coming up. Family. I got to make sure this thing is right and tight. You know what I mean? I got to make sure it's right and tight. It's like I'm starting from square one again. Anybody that know how this thing work? Jara said a paper. I gave people updates on how the trial is going, how I get to this point in the steps within the slander. Anybody, if you've seen the pay-per-view and if you are here today, leave a comment right now so Jara can get an idea of what to expect. But anyway, I'm giving the history of how myself and Mr. Nasheed got here. I'm also giving the step-by-step breakdown of the legal process, and I'm giving information of a bunch of legal stuff that's going on that I never even speak of here. I'm talking about 3 different legal. I'm compartmentalized and talking about 3 different legal issues, and I'm pulling out the paperwork. I'm pulling out the audio. I'm pulling out transcripts, and it's pretty fascinating. I tell you that. It's pretty fascinating. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. It blows me away. When I was actually putting it together, it's like when I put these shows together, I see this stuff all the time, but when I put them together and it tells a story. Now, when you're talking about transcripts and stuff like that, I find stuff the day that I was putting it together, I'm like, wow. Like when in the video where I say I was fighting an uphill battle, I really realized that once I put the stream together, and I was like, the deck was stacked against me from day one. I ain't even realize it, but it was stacked against me from day one. And so, but I seen that day. At first, I was just looking at it as like, okay, it's another day dealing with this madness. It is what it is. But nah, it was bigger than that. It was bigger than that. So with that being said, family, I'm going to, I'll be talking about it tomorrow. I'm going to post it tomorrow for it to play probably on Saturday. So you'll be able to touch down on it. You'll be able to touch down on it. With that being said, family, I appreciate y'all. I got way more receipts than you have seen, so I may do a part 2 and I just name it something else so we can bring in the FBAs so they can understand what exactly is going on. Peace and love, family.
You ain't miss much. We just waiting like everybody else. Check 1, 2. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moorish World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Hey, Crip, Sonny, Glocks, and Alpha X, and Sean, Yasmin and the Queen got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Sin Soon 9. Anybody they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moorish World TV, investigating all scams. Go check my record, and please don't front. Don't keep it up. I ain't the wrong one. Sonetta impolite, and Tatar Tariq, Baylor, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to the end, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq, Lord, Nasheed. Welcome to another edition of MWTv. I'm the host, Brother Tahar from Bay. Knock it out the park. Let's get on these frauds' neck. Get them. And let's shut them down. Let's go. Get them. Stop it. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. That's right, nigga. Everybody know it's going down. Moorish World TV. We gon' shut it down. Let's shut it down. Let's shut it down. Thumbs up. Let's go. The show starts now. Let's get it. Y'all think it's a game. Let's get them, Diddy. Get them, Diddy.
Lose.